Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing the beginner guide. Today we're gonna talk about the game modes of League of Legends, and that's all of it. So here you can see you got Summoner's Rift, ARAM, and Teamfight Tactics. Our first game mode is Summoner's Rift, is the main game mode of League of Legends, which you can see in the championships, on the LAC, on the LKC, and all the championships around the world. They played Summoner's Rift. It consists in a game about 5 against 5. The main objective is destroying the Nexus. As you can see, I got everything unlocked here, but basically the blind pick you're gonna unlock on the level 3 on your account. Here you can see level 38. And the blind pick is consistent 5 against 5, but the only difference you got is you cannot choose your role. So basically the only thing you have to do is go quickly when you get in the selection mode, click on the shot and type which position you would like. So for example, if you want to play top, just quickly type top, or mid or jungle, you can just type JG. If you want to play AD carry, you can type ADC, and if you want to play support, SUP. That's basically as fast as you can. If you can't get the first role you wanted, type right in sequence the second role you want to play. Otherwise you have to fill any gaps on the game. Basically the enemy team not gonna see your picks, and you can pick any champion that you want, of course, that you have on your pool, and at the same time you're not gonna see the enemy's pick. The difference about the draft pick, which you're gonna unlock on the level 10, and you need 20 or more champions to play. The drafted pick is kinda counter pick system. The enemy team can start picking first, and then you're gonna pick later, and then they're gonna pick again, and then you're gonna pick again. So basically it's pretty much like that. It's a playing game. The idea of the draft pick is for you to counter the enemy pick. So for example, if you pick Darius in the top lane, the other team can pick Queen, for example. On the ranked solo duo and the ranked flex, you need to be level 30 and have more than 20 champions. Basically that's the competitive game which is gonna climb you the ladder of the rank system. So basically you're gonna start playing rank solo or duo, and then you're gonna play 10 games, and then they're gonna put you in a place of the ranked ladder. Depends how you went. If you won like 5 or 6 games, they're gonna put you like in bronze or silver, and then depends how it's gonna go. And also you can play in duo with a friend. If you have experienced friend, they can help you to climb. In the ranked flex you can do parts of 2, 3 or 5. Of course you cannot do parts of 4 because nobody's gonna be entering alone in the game. So of course, otherwise you'd be playing ranked solo. And the ranked flex, it's kind of totally different ranked from the ranked solo duo. It's much more easy if you got a team to support you and communicate, instead of trying to climb solo or duo. So basically you can be like a diamond 1 in ranked flex, and at the same time in a ranked solo you were silver 3. So the tip I give you to play the draft or the ranked, you can go to u.gg and you can check the counter list of the champion. If the enemy team pick any champion, you can check it out and see which is the best counter for that champion, of course in your lane and multiple lanes. And just remind you, the ranked solo and the ranked flex has different rewards by the end of the season. So basically you're not gonna get as much rewarded playing flex instead of solo or duo. And now we're gonna talk about ARAM. ARAM is basically all random, all mid. That's what calls. It's a game 5 against 5, just in one lane. Is basically a bridge, a frost bridge, and that's a very good game to discover new champs, because the computer is gonna pre-select your champ, and then you got the rerolls, which is gonna usually you start with 2 rerolls that you can change your champion, but at the same time the computer is gonna choose the next one for you. So it's basically random. It's the same as the mid lane in the Summoner's Rift, but it's much quicker because people doesn't stop fighting. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, I guarantee you. And sometimes you're playing a champion, oh, I got Lee Sin, or I never played Lee Sin, and then you played and didn't feel comfortable. Oh, that's quite nice, let's play another game, but on the drafting mode with Lee Sin, I really like it. So that's really good for you to know more champions. So the next game mode is the TFT, the Teamfight Tactics. And the teamfight tactics you can play right away because it's unlocked for you, so you don't need to level up your account to play, and you can play the normal game or the ranked after the level 30. The same thing applies for the Summoner's Rift. So basically on the TFT, you're gonna have a pre-selections of the first champion. It's gonna be everyone around here, and then the blue light is gonna come up, and then you go pre-select your first champion. So the game consists in 3 initial phases. You're gonna place your champions against the computer, and then you're gonna fight with other players. Basically there is the compositions with the same category, which is gonna give you buffs, and then the computer is gonna roll up the battles by itself. And then you got in the middle, you got different modes which you're gonna select more champions or even play against the computer monsters like a Herod. Or it's a very fun game. You can even play in your mobile phone. You can download the app of the TFT and play in any place. At the same time, if you don't feel prepared to go against other players, you can go in the co-op versus all, which is the computer versions of your favorite game mode. So here in the case we got the Summoner's Rift, and you got different levels like the intro. They're gonna talk you about the basics of the game. They're gonna give you tips and all this stuff. It's very good for who's starting the game. And then the beginner, once you've gone through the intro and you say, oh, so that's easy, so let's go to the beginner mode and even the intermediate mode. At the same time, if you discover a new champion, you can always go to the training sections and you can play on the practice 2, the most friendly tool of the League of Legends players. Here you can test all your abilities and even change the game as you want it. I'm gonna show you guys here really quick. You just need to go here and you're gonna be in the team 1 and there's team 2. You can add a bot, which is the computer bot. For example, Shivana, and then here you can select her level, beginner or even intermediate. And then you start the game. You're gonna be brought to the champion selection. Basically on the training sections you can have loads of controls here which you can refresh all your cooldowns, HP, lock your levels, level up. So you can really train at all levels, even the beginning, or you can even add gold and then you can buy any items that you would like. So we're gonna talk more about the training tool. It's a very good tool for you to train your combos and at the same time your farm. You can even teleport to any place in the map as you like. So if I want to go here, you can just teleport. Basically that's it for the training section. And still here you can play the tutorial, which is the very beginning of the League of Legends, which is not interesting for you because you already did it. And at the same time you can create a new game, the Howling Abyss, which is the name of ARAM, and even call your friends to play, and can even put a password for only the invited people to get to enter. And here you can join custom games as well, of course the one that's just not locked. Let's say during the year they unlock new games modes, which is a special games mode which we can talk about hours and hours because there's loads of them. One of them I can really talk about is the Earth. It's the ultra rapid mode which you can get against 5 and you got like special cannon to get in, and then you can be blow it up from the cannon to any place in the map. It's really fun, really fine. It's a really rapid pace mode game. You can have an 80% cooldown reduction and even no mana cost. This basically is the same thing as Summoner's Rift, but really quick mode and no mana cost at all. It's a PvP on the lanes all the time, so everyone goes top in the beginning and the things get crazy over there. It's a really fun mode, but doesn't make any difference for you to play that to learn anything about champions and climbing. So I think that's it. Wrap it up for today. We can talk about the game modes individually later in other videos, really explaining how to play that and how to get better. Thank you very much guys. See you in the next beginner guide.